Hey guys, Angelique here. In today's video, I will be talking about how to build credit from scratch. Now, before I jump into the goods of this video, I just wanted to let you guys know about the free workshop we have going on at the moment, where we are giving away the exact strategy that this 62-year-old woman was able to make $160,000 in just 90 days. So if you want to learn more about what that entails, make sure you check out the link in my description. So let's talk about building credit from scratch. I think credit is this amazing thing that not many people are educated about. That is kind of why I wanted to create this video, because I want to give you guys the resources to be able to build credit from scratch, but also the knowledge to be able to do so. I think a lot of times there's this negative connotation around, are credit cards good or are they bad? And oftentimes people would say they are bad. But as long as they are used correctly, credit cards are actually good, and especially crucial to have when you are looking at things like getting a mortgage, getting a car loan, and etc, etc. So in a nutshell, to start building credit, you'll need to have at least one credit account open, or you'll need to take out a loan. Credit is essentially the financial cornerstone of the United States, so it's really critical that you understand the foundation to building credit, especially when you're starting from scratch. The first thing you should think about if you are looking to build your credit, if you don't have any credit to begin with, is getting yourself a credit card. Keep in mind there are a variety of different credit cards that are available, so you'll want to make sure you find a credit card that fits what you're looking for. More prestigious credit cards have annual fees, but if you're just getting started, you definitely don't even need to consider those ones with annual fees. My first credit card was a student credit card, which I got at the US Bank branch at my university, so it was relatively easy setting up because I was already a student on the campus. Many major credit card issuers offer student credit cards to eligible college students, so if you are a student in college right now looking to build your credit, you may want to talk to your local branch or even the branch on your campus to see if you can open up a student credit card. Alternatively, there is another credit card called a secured credit card, which is specifically made for people new to building credit or rebuilding their credit. Essentially, to apply for a secured card, you'll need to send the company a refundable security deposit. Essentially, what will happen is you'll get that money back if you do decide to close your secured credit card account. So now that I've covered a few different starting options in terms of getting a credit card when you're starting to build credit from scratch, there are a few ways you can actually start building credit and start getting credit under your credit history. So let's talk about how to actually build your credit from scratch. There are a number of ways you can actually do this, but I'm going to go step by step so you can have a clear foundation of building your credit from the get-go. So the first option is to become an authorized user on a credit card. So what does that mean? If you have a family member, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, mom, dad, brother, sister that has a credit card and they have good credit card history, you may want to think about asking them if you could become an authorized user on their account. This allows them to essentially share their credit card history to you, because you becoming an authorized user under their account essentially tells the banks that this person is trustworthy because they trust you. So that's kind of what an authorized user does, is you become trusted by the banks because your mother, father, whoever is the person who owns the credit card that you become an authorized user on is already trusted with the bank, and they have this long credit history with the bank. So then that relationship gets carried on over to you as an authorized user. So that is something you may want to consider, especially if you're starting to build your credit from scratch, because it is a really good stepping stone into your relationship with financial institutions. The next option is getting a loan. So if higher education is something you are looking to pursue, getting a loan out for your college tuition actually does help build your credit. Generally, obviously, you don't want to take out money just to build credit, but essentially taking out a loan is a long-term financial commitment, so that also helps you build your credit over the long term. Once you start thinking of these options, whether that's taking out a loan or building a credit, you'll need to have a consistent routine when it comes to paying your bills on time and your minimum balances. So what I do, especially when it comes to my credit card, is that I pay my account in full every single month. This this allows me to avoid any interest that may be charged on different account balances. So no matter what, when it comes to building credit, I guarantee that if you pay your bills on time in full every single month, it will build your credit slowly over time. Another way to build credit is actually to use your credit card less. The credit card bureaus essentially judge your credit score based on your credit card utilization. So instead of using 100% of your credit card limit, it is actually recommended to use 30% or less. So say for example, you have a credit card limit of $1,000, 30% of that would only be $300. So using $300 or less per month shows the banks that you are a trusted credit card user. And with that, they'll also reward you again with building your credit card score, especially because you are a trusted credit card spender. And then from there, if you choose to go down the loan route or the credit card route, there are a number of different ways you could actually start building credit. The main thing to think about when it comes to building credit from scratch is to open a credit account or take out a secured loan. From there are a variety of different things you can do, such as paying your card on time, minimizing your credit card utilization, and paying things such as utility bills monthly to show the banks that you actually do pay bills on time. Increasing your credit score essentially allows you to get approved for things like mortgages in the future, which means taking out even bigger loans than what you have in the past, so you can essentially get the house of your dreams, the car of your dreams, whatever it may be. You essentially would be able to take out a loan when that time does come. If you have a good credit score, your interest rate on those monthly payments to repay the loan would actually be smaller. So it's really important to start thinking about building your credit for these reasons, especially if in your future you see things such as buying a house or getting a car or whatever it may be. So I hope that video helps and helped explain kind of how to start building credit from scratch. The main options are opening a credit account or taking out a loan. The most simplest thing you can do is opening a credit account, and then from there you can start building your credit based on that one credit card account you have. There are so many benefits when it comes to credit cards and building your credit history, so it's important to start thinking about it, and it's nothing to be scared of, because I know a lot of times it can be intimidating. So I hope this video kind of helps share my experience with you and my understanding of credit cards, because I know they can be scary. When I first got mine at 18, I was scared as well, but it is something that's really important to think about, especially if you plan to take things out like a mortgage. So I hope that video helped, and if you did like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell to get notified every single time I post. Again, I know I mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but if you are looking for ways to make money online, make sure you check out the link in my description to find out more about how this 62-year-old woman was able to make $160,000 in just 90 days. So make sure you check out the link in my description to find out more. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for being here till the end. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!